Most retirees believe they only have two options, whether you can risk your life savings in the market or lock everything into a low-paying, safe options and fall behind inflation and the rising cost of living. But today, this belief is outdated. So I'm going to show you the safest retirement strategies that can protect your money, create new income streams, and still allow for a decent amount of growth, all without gambling your future. And make sure you watch to the end, because strategy number 3 can guarantee you'll never run out of money in retirement. Now, does this sound familiar? A couple in their 60s, they had done everything right. They saved consistently, diversified their portfolio, they followed professional advice, but then 2008 happened, then 2020, then 2022. And suddenly the question they're asking wasn't, how do we grow our nest egg? It was, what will happen to us if the market crashes again? And that's the real retirement fear that a lot of retirees and pre-retirees are feeling right now. So what's going on? How do we fix it? Well, let's talk about what most financial advisors recommend and why it fails most retirees. This is a strategy that I call diversify and hope, which is where a financial advisor will tell you simply diversify your holdings more. They tell you to buy stock indexes, bonds, mutual funds, and so on. And by spreading out your money, you'll have less risk. Well, that's true, but the problem is that in a large-scale market crash, it's rarely just one or two asset classes that take a big hit. Most of them are affected. And the answer we're told is that when this happens, you should just write it out. But when you're retired, you can't simply write things out. Time is not on your side. So the market drops 30% and you're having to withdraw from your savings to pay your bills. What kind of retirement is that? That means you're selling your assets at a loss. And so even if the market recovers later, your portfolio may never fully recover. That's why so many retirees feel stressed, even in good markets, because they know it could come crashing down at any moment and permanently ruin their lifestyle in retirement. So now, instead of following the typical advice, let's talk about something safer. Strategy number 1, fixed annuities. The fixed annuity is a contract from a life insurance company which gives you guaranteed returns, no market risk, and predictable income stream for highly conservative investors that can feel comforting. But here's the trade-off that most people don't realize they're making. If the market performs better than your fixed rate, then you miss all that upside. So while fixed annuities are certainly very safe, they're often too rigid for retirees who still want growth and flexibility. That's why smart retirees look at something a little different instead. Strategy number 2, fixed index annuity. And this is where things get interesting, because a fixed index annuity is designed specifically for retirees who want protection, income, and growth without market losses. So here how it works in a nutshell. Your principal is protected and your growth is linked to an underlying market index, but you never lose money in a market downturn and your gains are locked in annually. Let me say that again. If the market goes down, you lose nothing. If the market goes up, you participate in that growth through a participation rate, and those gains become your new floor when they're locked in every year. That's called an annual reset. And this is what makes a fixed index annuity one of the most powerful retirement tools that most people never hear about. A wise man once said, I don't need to beat the market, I just need not to lose my retirement. And that's exactly who fixed index annuities are built for. So if you're between 55 and 75 and worried about volatility, this strategy deserves a serious look. So let's compare quickly to other things that retirees and pre-retirees are often recommended. With stocks, you get potential growth, but no protection in a downturn. With bonds and CDs, they're safer. You get very limited growth, putting you at risk of losing purchasing power to inflation. With fixed annuities, you get protection, but your growth is capped too low. And finally, with fixed index annuities, you get complete protection from losses, higher growth potential, tax-deferred growth, and even probate-free death benefits. Now, these benefits and more are why so many retirees are now choosing to reposition a portion of their savings into a fixed index annuities. But we haven't even talked about the best part yet. Something that's so good that it gets its own section of the video. Strategy number 3, guaranteed lifetime income. Now, let's talk about income. When most Americans retire and is given up that safety net of a consistent income and switching to relying on your savings to cover your expenses instead and simply hoping they will last long enough. But most retirees don't want to rely on the portfolio. They want a consistent, reliable paycheck. Well, if you find one with the right income rider, then a fixed index annuity can bring you guaranteed income for life, continue paying you even if your account hits zero, and even protect your spouse's income if one of you passes away. This completely solves the number one retirement fear, which is, what if I live too long? Longevity risk isn't talked about enough, but it is real, especially those days with modern medicine and improved lifestyle choices, meaning people are living for longer. And the lifetime income you can get from a fixed index annuity is exactly how we eliminate it. You'll get guaranteed paychecks for life, no matter how long you live for, and no matter what happens with the economy. That's why fixed index annuity are a central pillar of what I call the 3 Ps of safe retirement. This is the framework I use to transform the retirements of all my clients. Protection. Your money should never go backward in retirement. Planning, where you coordinate your income, taxes, and beneficiaries. Peace of mind, knowing your lifestyle is protected no matter what the market does. That peace of mind is priceless. It's hard to understand how important it is to be able to properly enjoy your retirement without constantly worrying about the economy or your savings. So if you're serious about protecting your retirement, then click the link in the video description to schedule a no pressure call with me or to watch a free video that explains how this works in more detail. And don't worry, this isn't a typical sales call. I don't sell products. I design retirement strategies. That means every recommendation is based on your age, your goals, your risk tolerance, your income needs. And if an annuity isn't the right fit for you, I'll tell you that too. Remember, the biggest risk in retirement isn't market volatility. It's doing nothing and hoping everything works out. The safest retirees aren't the bravest. They're the most prepared. So if you want to see whether a safer retirement strategy like a fixed index annuity makes sense for you, then click the link below to watch the free breakdown or schedule a call to review your situation personally. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.